exposing the most dangerous magic performances in the world. Not to mention that the inventors of these magics are all geniuses. The magician brings an apple, digs a hole in it, puts a ring inside, and then returns the dug-out part. This is to fix the apple on a tray. Let a volunteer hold it up with both hands and top it on his head. Furthermore, the magician produced a target, stating that it could not only pierce an apple, but also hit the apple. The result is really as he said, but what is more incredible is that when he sees the arrow through the apple, he also takes it away. The audience on the spot was simply stunned. In fact, there are so many routines here. First of all, that arrow is not real, but an elastic band. It just looks like an arrow. Once released, it will be taken into the bow and hidden. At the same time, the knife hidden under the tray will swing at an extremely fast speed that the naked eye can't see, and the cut apple looks like it has been shot through by an arrow. Then there's a spring-triggered arrow hidden in the target, which is shot out at a very high speed, giving a feeling as if it was just shot into the target. As for the ring in the end, it turns out the magician put it in the apple, quickly and cleverly brought it back to his own hands. When he took the sword, he unknowingly hid it on the tail of the sword. Have you ever found the design of this magic trick more interesting than the performance itself? A beautiful assistant lies in a wooden box. Only her hair is showing. Two magicians begin to cut the assistant in half with wooden tools. But the whole process is not bloody. The assistant's head and feet can still move freely. Even if you pull the two parts of the assistant up and down, you can still perform this magic, which was very popular over 200 years ago. Actually, before the beautiful assistant enters the wooden box, two assistants had already curled up in a box on one side. When she entered the box, the foot that stretched out was not hers. The two assistants showed one head and one foot, and they could enter the box. The magician, who came later, removed the wooden box that blocked the view and replaced the wooden tools with more frightening electric swords, causing a stronger impact on the audience. Two people cooperating with each other. One is lying down, the other lying up. But the lower half is hidden in the secret compartment, invisible to the blindfolded eyes. The magician wraps his eyes with several layers of gauze, followed by black tape, and finally covers his head with a metal film. Then, a volunteer with a pineapple on his head stands in front. The magician locates the waif through the sixth sense, then cut the pineapple in half with a knife. How did it manage to do that? Don't wrap the bandage and tape too tightly. When using a metallic film mask, quickly pull the gauze down to below your eyes. Metallic film has two options. One is to have a lot of tiny holes on top, but there can also be enough light passing through. Another is to use one-way viewable film, similar to one-way glass, only visible from inside to outside. Since this is the case, we need to handle the pineapple properly. It's usually pre-cut to ensure safety. You don't even need to unseal the samurai sword. The magician swallowed a live frog and spit it out a few minutes later. The frog not only didn't die, but it was indeed the original one. How did he do that? Actually, it's quite simple. Through years of practice, magicians can precisely control the muscles in the lower abdomen. After drinking a lot of water, it can even generate a huge upward pressure on the esophagus. Then open the upper K-base of the esophagus. When you swallow the frog, it can stay in the middle position of the esophagus, and it won't fall into the stomach. In the end, the magician performed the difficult art of vomiting, spit out the water, and frog in the stomach together. I'm impressed. Really impressed.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.